My name is Jody Goins, and I am the principal at Oak Ridge High School in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And I became an educator because I firmly believe it's some of the most important work that we do with today's young adults. I went to high school at Clinton High School and graduated from Clinton High School in 2000. While at Clinton High School, I did participate in a dual enrollment, dual studies course with Roane State Community College from the English perspective. As a senior in high school, I was able not only to earn my English credit toward graduation, but I was also able to earn 6 collegiate credit hours in English that I was able to transfer to the university that I attended. Education and teaching in general is certainly a service-oriented profession, and if I had to narrow it down to common attributes that identify great teachers, first and foremost, I would say somebody with a service-oriented heart. You have to enjoy helping people. You have to enjoy working with young adults, and you have to enjoy an appreciation for the differences that exist with each of the students that you'll interact with. Second thing is someone who's able to connect or establish positive relationships. If you're not able to connect with students or young adults, you're not going to be able to influence them. They have to know that you care about them first before they're able to hear what you're trying to teach them or what you're trying to facilitate learning about. So you have to be able to establish positive relationships. And then the third element is someone who does not look at their teaching career as just a career, but someone who looks at their teaching as a career and a profession, and they want to be excellent in every aspect of it. There's no better time to enter the field of education. There's no better time to leave your mark, to leave your legacy on the young adults of our region, of our state, of our nation, to influence them to become better, quite honestly, than what we are in the field of education or at other careers.
My name is Yvette Reeder. I'm the school counselor at Harriman Middle School in Roane County. I became an educator because I love students. I always wanted to be a teacher. That was always my desire, to work with students, and I just always looked up to my teachers. So that's what I wanted to do. I began in the classroom. I've always kind of been at the middle school level. I taught in Scott County for 3 years, and then I moved to Knox County and was there for 4 years, teaching various subjects in the middle school area. And then I decided I wanted to be a counselor. I found that I was listening to my students a whole lot more. They felt comfortable talking to me. So I decided to go back to school and get my degree to be a counselor. But it is very rewarding because the students are the reward. They're the ones that you see success. You see them mature and grow up. And I love to hear about the students who have graduated and gone on and done different things, and they've been a success. Maybe because I just called and woke them up that morning to make sure they got to school, but they've been a success. So it is rewarding. The rewarding part of being able to help a student, maybe help them find a place where, make sure they do have a place to sleep, make sure they do know where their meals are going to come from. You know, there are lots of resources out there I can help them find. And the reward is knowing that they are safe, that their basic needs are taken care of. Because if we take care of those needs, then the academics can be taken care of as well. So it's a joy to know that I've done something to help somebody.
My name is Harry SOSNOWICZ. I'm the physical education teacher at Bowers Elementary School, and my original thoughts were I just wanted to work with kids. I wanted a great schedule that was quality life. I wanted something at the end of the day that I did. I knew money was not what it's cracked up to be for my parents, who worked hard and just were beaten up all the time, and they never enjoyed themselves, and at the end of the day, they had nothing to say for themselves. Whereas every time I worked with a kid, even when I wasn't teaching, I felt great. So my wife finally, at age 46, she said, do it. And I did it, and here I am. The most rewarding part in education, honestly, is that kid that comes over to you at the supermarket and gives you a hug and says, remember yesterday we did this and this and this? And that older kid who's in high school who runs across a parking lot and you remember me? And I think, they wouldn't be that excited if I didn't make a difference. And that's the reward. And that's an amazing thing. I'm always speechless from that. And of course, every second of the day is rewarding. Look at the kids behind me. I mean, if you can't do for these kids, there's nothing you can do in this world. So that's what it is. If it's for you, like it is for me, you love every minute of it. If you think you're gonna do it because of the benefits and the weekends and so on, and you hate it, you will hate doing it. And then the kids won't get anything out of it. The kids get stuff, you get stuff. It's beautiful. The week flies by and you cannot believe what a great week you've had.
My name is Mei-Ling Haynes. I'm a business technology teacher here at Wartburg Central High School. I became an educator because I like to teach. I learned different skill and I like to keep my skill, and the best way to do it is by teaching it. That way you never forget about it. I'm originally from Indonesia. I met my husband there. He worked as an English teacher, and he asked me if I want to consider to become a teacher. I teach high school students, and the most challenging thing is to motivate students. Because I've seen a lot of students that go to school here only because they have to. I want them to think that they are going to school because they wanted to, because they wanted to learn, because they know someday they're gonna need it. The most rewarding thing about teaching is one day your student just come into your room and say, guess what? All the stuff that you taught me, I use it in this class, or I use it in my work. That's like the best part. If you're working with like objects, it's easy because they have no emotion. You can do whatever you want with them, but students have different characters, so you have to study every single character, which is the most challenging part for me. And but don't be discouraged, because interaction between human beings is what makes teaching so great. So I think teaching is, if it's for you, then go for it.
My name is Alan Hickman. I'm a student at Roane State Community College, studying in early childhood education. And the reason I want to be a teacher is because I really feel like our future is in our youth. And I feel like a lot of the kids in this area really need a strong, positive male influence in their life. For a few years now, I've been active volunteer in our community for about 10 years in our recreation sports. And recently, the last year, I've been a basketball coach at Harriman Middle School. And it was really working with those middle school age kids that I really saw the need for there to be a positive male influence in our kids' life. So I guess the age of 27, so I really put this plan into motion. What can I do to leave an imprint on this world? Not for selfish reasons, but what can I provide? What can I leave my mark on this society? And I really feel like education can leave a lasting impression on this society. After I finish my associate's degree in the fall, I'll still be here on Roane State campus for the remainder of my bachelor program, but it will be through the Tennessee Tech University. They actually have professors that come here on campus, and I'll meet with them. I'll be a Tennessee Tech student here on Roane State campus. A lot of people ask me when I tell them I'm going into education, oh, so you want to coach? I'm like, no, I want to teach. I want to teach these kids, but if I could coach, that'd be an extra incentive. You have to find those rewards that come from within yourself, like seeing a child struggling in a subject and your time spent with them, they're able to grasp that subject matter. You have to see that this child who had no plans of going to college is now excited about going to college, and it's because of the influence you made on them.
My name is Rachel Shoemaker. I'm a teacher at Cumberland County High School in Crossville, Tennessee. I became a teacher about 5 years ago. I had a lot of influences on my education. I did not start out in education. I started out doing interior design. Human ecology is what they called it. And I found that I was missing something. And so I thought, well, what is it that I'm missing? and I noticed that I loved kids, but I also liked working with adults. So I knew I wanted to do something either with elderly or with young kids. And my mother was a teacher. She taught elementary art, which would be K through 8th grade. And my grandmother taught English at this very high school. I went to the high school at Cumberland County High School, so I'm teaching at the school that I went to. It's very interesting. But from the moment I stepped in the classroom, I knew that's what I wanted to do. You do see that you're making a difference in every child. You may not be able to see it that day or the next day, but as you go and as you learn about the students, you see how much of an impact you have on them. Not every student comes to you excited. A lot of students don't come to you excited. They come frustrated, or they've had other teachers in the past that have kind of put them uncomfortable with being in the classroom. Some of the rewards for me would definitely be seeing that one child get excited, seeing them take something you've taught them and use it. Teaching as a profession is a class that we offer through the Family Consumer Science career courses. Roane State gives my students a college credit at the same time they're earning a high school credit. They are placed in a classroom, 3rd grade and below, just because it's the best to learn. And they have been given the opportunity to teach or observe. A lot of times they tutor or mentor those students, and I know that every single one of my students, even though they haven't decided to go into education, have really enjoyed that experience. That's been the best experience for them.
We learned how to teach, what to teach, and all of that. And we got to go over to Martin, and we were each separated in a class, and we got to learn how to make lesson plans and interact with the kids and all of that.
This class has helped me be able to open up a lot more because I understand the fundamentals about it, but it's helped me be able to get up in front of the class more and just get more comfortable around more kids and speaking publicly and stuff.
It's going to teach me how to probably become a parent, how to become a parent, and then eventually after I get done teaching, I want to become a guidance counselor, into that way I can guide kids to their future.
I've just always liked helping kids learn. I mean, like seeing that little light bulb that comes on, you can't put a price on that.
I'm Darren York. I have 2 jobs at Roane State. One is an instructor in the psychology department, and then I also work as the coordinator of instructional technology in the Center for Teaching Arts and Technology. I came out of high school at Roane County High School in Kingston, Tennessee, and I was valedictorian. I had a 4.0, so my parents encouraged me to try to do something special, and I thought that meant being a politician or an attorney or a surgeon or something like that, and I very quickly realized that just wasn't for me. As I moved through my Roane State years and Tennessee Tech years to work on my associates and my bachelor's, I tutored a large number of people, sometimes for money, sometimes just because I felt sorry for them. And I realized very soon that was what my calling was, that teaching and helping people makes such a difference. There's nothing more rewarding. You have to like people, and you have to enjoy being around people. But more importantly, you have to have a great degree of practicality and patience. Patience is good at any level of education. I'll also tell you, I didn't have any patience at all when I started. That's something that you learn. It's not a talent, it's a skill. I look at the legacy of all of the people whose lives you've touched, and you don't realize it until you look back that the student that you encouraged and you had no idea what she was going through that semester with personal problems and medical issues, and they come up to you in the middle of West Town Mall and say, you truly were the make or break teacher, that I was thinking about dropping out and I had so many problems and you kept telling me, no, you can do it. That type of legacy, and you get so many people over the years. I don't think there's any job in the world that you can help that many people and help them for the rest of their lives.